My friend Amanda sees and speaks to the dead. She was at my house last week and got an image of something buried in my courtyard. She saw a wooden box under the bricks. I took a closer look and realized it was hollow underneath. My house has been severely haunted my whole life. We knew we had to dig up whatever is buried. She thinks this could be the root of the hauntings. Even Dirty Mike is curious to see. He bought the house 32 years ago. The first thing we found was a banana peel that wasn't rotten. It's been under there for 32 years. We kept uncovering different types of brick, but it got even weirder. When my dog Kaya jumped straight into the pit and started digging. She went straight for when Amanda sensed the box. Kaya's not a digger. She was acting very out of character while in the pit. We don't have the proper tools to continue, so we hired someone to scan the land. I'll update ASAP.
Nobody could really describe them because it was just an afterthought. The fact that there were 3 men points directly toward 3 very likely suspects. The Lewis brothers were burglars.
You okay?
Dealers. They've lived across the street from the crime scene.
You okay?
Police wonder if the brothers have escalated to murder.
Okay, time to wake you up.
You died very recently? Is your headstone close by? Tongue terror. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Am I going the right direction? Cross the road? Okay. Okay. We're going. Go north? Huh. Okay. Is it this direction? Just make sure you tell me when to stop. Cemetery, yes. Can you give me your name, if you don't mind? That gift. Thank you so much. Sarah, hello. 1 ghost detected. We must stay. Hurting. I'm so sorry. Tyler. Hi, Tyler. Is your headstone this way? You said go north. This is north. Eugene and Tyler. Am I in the right area?
They mean you harm.
They mean me harm. Listen, I don't mind talking to good or bad spirits, okay? Dark spirit. This is sacred ground, you guys. 100% dark spirit. Tyler or Eugene? Do not go. Do you not want me to go any further?
Get out of here.
Tyler. Yo, Tyler. Is this you? Sure. Thank you for showing us where your headstone.
No mention of humans, but this video is about to get really weird. Before we get to the weirdness at the end here, let's just go over how this is not new at all. Not only do we have the patent in 1980, we have a patent made here in 1912, and they got that from the ancient Romans. But as you all can clearly see, it was used to make a lighter concrete. No way involved in the ancient practice of foundation sacrifice. Also, weird little note, they used to mix beer up in the concrete. Maybe I should go back to doing that. Now for the weirdest shit I have ever heard in my life. The self-healing concrete. American researchers have found a way to use an enzyme extracted from blood cells to make a self-healing concrete that is 4 times more durable than the traditional formula. Dude, hold on. Only 5 years of research, and you can heal a millimeter scale crack within 24 hours. But to mend a bigger crack or hole, all you need, the thing is you can heal it to traditional concrete, and it will initiate healing. How is this the first time I'm hearing like this? I feel like we should all know about self-healing concrete. Self-healing concrete. That blows my mind.
Want to get creeped out? This is creepy. There is a small town in Wisconsin called St. Nacience. Sorry. Feel free to yell at me. I did look it up, but it just made it worse. Anyways, this town has a very eerie history. The town was founded by a priest named Father Ambrose Oswald. He fled religious persecution in Germany and arrived in Wisconsin in 1854. So he fled because he was not only a priest, but also a mystic. He believed that he possessed a gift of healing, and he also studied the properties of plants and herbs. So the Roman Catholic Church had suspended him due to his mystical, prophetic, and heretical works. However, his congregation followed him. They really believed in him. And they formed a society called the Association, based on communal living and shared property. The priest passed away in 1873, and strange events began to unfold. The residents of the town started to report mysterious pounding on the walls of their homes. And this was happening throughout the whole town. His body, when viewed before the burial, showed no signs of decay. His skin was said to have a lifelike complexion, and his hair and fingernails had continued to grow. Which, that happens. The complexion thing is weird. A judge even warned against burying him, not believing that this priest was truly dead. His tomb has since become a topic of fascination and fear. Over the years, the town has faced multiple natural disasters and numerous bizarre occurrences. The events have contributed to the town's reputation of being one of the most haunted towns in Wisconsin. It was 53 years after he passed away that his complexion was still great, which is really strange. There was also a man named Anton that stayed with the priest while he was sick and while he was dying. During that time, he would see the priest gesturing to invisible people. He would extend his hand in blessing and then signal someone away. Yet Anton saw no one else in the room. The night that he passed away, there was mysterious pounding on his walls as well. His tomb wasn't yet complete, so he wasn't buried immediately. So he passed away February 26th. On April 29th, they examined him before placing him into the chamber. His body had not decayed. There was no odor of corruption. His eyes had sunken in, but he still had a lifelike complexion with growing hair and fingernails. A huge shout out to Lauren, who got me pictures of this place and even told me about it because I had no idea, and I've tagged her in this video. And thank you, Lauren. You are the best. Anyways, have you guys ever heard of this? I haven't heard of most things, so I might be late to the party. Anyways, see you next time.
Say the weird thing. People are desperately seeking realness.
Quantum physics might explain paranormal activity. Nick Groff, the guy from Ghost Adventures and now with his own show, Death Walkers, talks about this a lot. We're like, what if there's no ghost? We're just in parallel universes and we just cross them and we scare them, they scare us. Kind of like, spoiler, The Others, the movie. And recently, Kalani from Ghost Hunter, I'll tag his video as well here. He's talking a lot about how he went ghost hunting and he was communicating with somebody from 2082. They thought that Kalani was the ghost. And he was like, what? And if you Google quantum physics, realm, spirituality, and all that stuff, it starts to explain a lot of things. It's insane. Astral projection, all that good stuff. I could go on forever, but I won't. It is a lot. It fucks with me.
Did anybody else get the video on their For You page of the girl recording what sounds like her mom outside her door, calling her to come to the door and let her in, but it's not her mom because she's home alone? Because I just got that video and it is nighttime and now I'm terrified. It starts like growling at the end and that's what really did it for me. I had like a visceral reaction to that. So I'm gonna play it and I'm warning you, if it's night, don't watch it. Wait till the morning. Call me stupid for thinking that's real, but something about that voice at the end, that does not seem fake to me. I'm gullible maybe, but I do not like that.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London, Emily Morgan.
Do you remember when Queen Elizabeth died and they broke her wand ceremoniously in the funeral, and they laid it on top of her coffin? What many don't know is that there's leaked audio, or audio that came out while they were taking her body to there, and there was a mic or something on that caught feedback or caught somebody else speaking, not just the British commentators. And it said her death was irreversible. She's trapped. And I'm going to show you that audio right now.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see, here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London, Emily Morgan.
Now, if you noticed, the guy who was speaking, he was going to speak, and then he heard that other person speak, and he stopped. And after that other person realized that they were live on mic, they stopped. And then a few seconds later, he speaks. And nobody really knows what that means. I'm not making this up. You can go find that audio. It's still available out there. It's publicly available. And this is just the opinions of a content creator discussing with other content creators what they might think. I have no idea if this is real or not. But as an opinion, a walking opinion that I'm just throwing out there, there's a lot of rituals and ceremonies that are produced. And when they say her death is irreversible, she's trapped, I'm just throwing an opinion out there that can mean that the body's done and that her spirit, her soul is trapped wherever she is. They're able to transfer consciousness. Transhumanism is huge. It's a big thing that they're trying to, the elites, the people, the 1%er are trying to push forward. An ability to eliminate death so they can transfer their mind and consciousness in either a younger body or something more rejuvenated, a machine, an android, a cyborg, whatever have you. Unfortunately, they got caught on the hot mic saying these things, and people that know, if you know, you know more or less what they're talking about. But again, this is just an opinion for entertainment purposes. I'm really interested to think what you guys think about this whole thing.
We started remodeling our haunted house and the spirits got upset. We just wanted new cabinets, floors, and fireplace. Everything went great and installation was to begin in the morning. One weird thing was they found a hidden fireplace behind our normal one. This is when scary things started happening. The workers arrived and found a newly frayed wire. It was to the last strand. If it snapped, it would have caused a fire. They had to rip out all of the walls and kitchen ceiling. That night, we heard someone stomping in the rafters. The ceiling began collapsing. The main support beam had nearly snapped in half. They had to build these temporary walls to hold the house up. My friend Amanda's a medium and saw 3 entities in the rafters. Things started getting crazy that night. Something was running its hands against the plastic. I was the only one home at the time. Even my dog was freaked out. It was like something was touching her. We think all of it has to do with the hidden fireplace. I'll be posting more videos of things I've captured soon.
The night we started digging, we were in the living room, and it's like midnight, and all of a sudden we start hearing this noise like,
almost like meowing. Sounds like somebody's faking it, like a living person is pretending to make this noise.
You're sitting on the couch, there's the front window, it sounded like it was right out there, and Amanda and I, we were freaked out. We didn't know if it was a ghost,
we're really panicking,
or a person. The second we got up and opened one of the sliders, it went on for a few more seconds, then it just stopped. This is where it gets scary. The next night, we went to LA. We got back from LA around midnight, we went to sleep, woke up, and got in the car because we were all heading to Vegas. And my dad says to us,
and he's never said anything like this.
Never. He does not like this stuff. And he says that last night around 11, they were sleeping and they start hearing this noise like, Oh,
exactly what we had heard like the night before.
And so they listened to it for about 5 minutes in separate rooms. They both heard it. It woke both of them up. My dad goes into the backyard to look over a gate to see if he could see who was doing this. He saw this being standing across the street. It looked like a kid with giant black hair. This being was standing across the street staring at the front of my house at that glass window where we heard it before.
So of course, like, he opens the gate to go tell this kid to leave. And he opens the gate, he looks down and pulls the thing, and then he looks back up and this being is just gone.
Completely gone. He's like, it like vanished out of thin air. There's nowhere it could have gone, but it was just gone. That's what has happened so far. And then just, there's always other paranormal stuff happening in my house.
The usual.
In general, so
trying to get to the bottom of it.
We're gonna start digging as soon as the rain stops, and we're gonna keep going until we find it.
Wish us luck.
Okay, tell me a story about something that you cannot explain.
Buckle up, y'all. It was my 13th birthday party. I was having a slumber party with some girls at my parents' house. We decided at some point in the night that we were gonna play Bloody Mary. We decided to play it in my parents' room because they had the biggest mirror in the house and we could fit all of us in the mirror. Nothing happened. We moved on, watched some scary movies, ate pizza, whatever. But by the end of the night, since we had watched scary movies and played Bloody Mary, we were all freaked out, so we decided we would sleep in shifts. So real quick to understand, in my parents' house, if you're in the living room, you can see up the stairs and then you can see the entire upstairs hallway. My parents' bedroom is at the end of the hallway upstairs. So I was in the living room, it was my turn to stay awake, and I look upstairs and out of my parents' room, I see a tall, skinny woman in a white dress with long black hair floating out of my parents' room. She's not walking, she's floating out of their room and down the hallway. She's moving slow as fuck, coming down the hall, starts floating her ass down the stairs. I buried my head in a pillow and just like blacked out. When I finally got the balls to take the pillow away and open my eyes, she was gone. That is not the point of this story. I mean, it's half of it, but fast forward 9 years. We are on a beach trip. It's our family, some family friends of ours, a bunch of people, and we're all by a campfire. Everyone's pretty drunk. They start telling ghost stories as us white people usually do. I was gonna keep my little story to myself because my family doesn't believe in that stuff and they were gonna think I was crazy. All of a sudden, my dad starts talking. This is his story. So he says, this was 9 years ago. He said it was the middle of the night. He woke up and there was a woman with long black hair in a white dress sitting at the foot of his bed. He thought it was my mom, so he said her name multiple times, then looked next to him. My mom was sleeping. Eventually, the woman just floated off the bed to a standing position and floated her ass out of the room. I had genuinely started to convince myself that I made the entire thing up when I was 13. Now, I had only told that story to 2 other people in the world, and they were both sitting at that campfire. One was my sister and one was my now husband. All of the blood drained from my face. They both are staring at me, jaws on the floor. Just knowing that I didn't make that up and that my dad does not believe in this stuff. So just knowing that my dad saw this thing too, weirdest feeling ever, weirdest thing ever. Ew.
I'm gonna show you guys something. So you see this reflection? The mirror thing doesn't just work on pure glass. You can also find a shiny enough reflection, just sort of
not possess the goose. You did not possess the goose. Babe? Babe! Yeah.
What?
She possessed the goose.
I know.
You knew?
I saw it move the other day and I didn't want to say anything.
This This is embarrassing.
I know, she's embarrassed. Leave her alone.
What should you do, quack at me?
Stop!
She might as well possess my toothbrush at this point.
Leave her alone. It's her first time being a ghost too. She's just figuring it out.
Can we go to like Spirit Halloween and get like a scary doll or something? Cause
she likes the goose.
I can't have my ghost possessing a goose. That is embarrassing for this house.
She likes it.
That is an embarrassment upon this haunted house.
Stop.
You have Annabelle pulling her weight. You got Chucky pulling his weight. Spooky, scary goose.
If that came chasing after you in the middle of the night, you'd be scared. Terrified.
I don't know. I'm not happy about this. I'm not gonna lie.
She loves it.
I don't even think I can put this on TikTok.
She was so proud of herself.
She is going to get bullied. She's probably getting bullied on the other side by the other ghosts. And I don't want that for my ghost. I don't want my ghost to get bullied. We need to get her a scarier vessel. Because this cannot work with this, and she's going to get bullied. I'm bullying her. I'm sorry. Bullying makes you stronger.